Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
RAF pilot, who killed family of 4 in suicidal head-on collision, pictured. The RAF pilot, who killed a family of 4 after deliberately driving the wrong way down a motorway, has been pictured. Richard Woods, 40, drove in the fast lane of the M6 near Tebe, Cumbria for almost a minute on October 15 last year. Several drivers managed to swerve and avoid him, but Jaroslaw Rasa, who did attempt to steer clear of Woods' Skoda, struck him head-on. Mr. Rasa, his partner Jade McEnroe, 33, and Mr. Rasa's sons Philip, 15, and Dominic, 7, all from Glasgow, died in the crash, along with Mr. Woods. Ms. McEnroe's 7-year-old son, Aaron, survived after a workman jumped out of his van and used a jack to smash the rear windscreen of Mr. Rasa's Toyota Yaris and pulled him out from the burning vehicle. At an inquest into the deaths, Cumbria coroner Margaret Taylor said she found that Jaroslaw, Jade, Philip, and Dominic died as a consequence of the unlawful acts of another driver. Detective Sergeant Deborah Story, of Cumbria Police's Serious Road Collision Investigation Unit, said Woods would have been prosecuted on 4 counts of manslaughter had he lived. The family had been on their way back from a trip to Legoland in Windsor, Berkshire, when the crash happened between junction 38 and 39 at 4:05 p.m. Mr. Woods, from Cambridgeshire, was nearly 4 times over the legal drink-drive limit, and a 2/3 empty bottle of gin was discovered in his car. He had initially been seen going in the correct direction in the northbound carriageway, but drifting erratically between lanes and into the hard shoulder, with one driver saying she was terrified as he repeatedly braked harshly in front of trucks. Mr. Woods then pulled into the hard shoulder and, in a controlled maneuver from a stationary position, completed a U-turn into the fast lane and began driving in the wrong direction. DS Story said Mr. Woods went from putting himself against larger vehicles, where only he would be likely to be harmed, to putting himself against smaller vehicles in which the likelihood of harm to other people is significantly high. The officer went on, "My assessment of all of the evidence was that Mr. Woods deliberately caused the collision. Had Mr. Woods survived, regardless of any injuries, I would have sought 4 charges of manslaughter." She said hypothetical charges of murder were considered by detectives, but not thought appropriate because of a lack of information that Mr. Woods knew the family or anything that provided a link between them. Miss McEnroe's parents, Marie McEnroe and George McNellys, told the coroner they thought it was murder. Ms. McEnroe said, "It was definitely murder, that's the only word." Mr. McNellys added, "He definitely murdered my daughter." In a statement to the inquest, workman Gavin Walsh said he was a passenger in a transit van on his way to Scotland and was behind the Mr. Ross's car at the time of the collision. He said he noticed a blue car traveling extremely fast and heading towards the Yaris, which he said had no time to avoid the oncoming vehicle. Mr. Walsh jumped out of the van towards the front of the Yaris, which was already engulfed in flames. He said, "I could hear screams coming from the car. I used a jack to smash the rear windscreen, and I saw a little boy in the back seat who appeared to be stuck but possibly alive. I was able to pull him from his seat and took him away from the car. The boy was conscious and breathing. We spoke about football and what school he went to. I was just trying to keep him awake. We really did try. I can assure everyone we did our best. We only had minimal time. I saved a life that day, and I hope never to witness anything like that again. God bless you, Aaron. I have never stopped thinking about you. I hope we will meet again one day, and I will give you a massive hug." A statement from the mother of Philip and Dominic and the ex-wife of Mr. Rasa, Camilla, was read out at the inquest in her presence. She said Mr. Rasa, known as Jerk, was born in Poland, where they became a couple and went on to have 3 boys. He loved playing computer games and had lots of friends, she said, and worked at the Wagamama restaurant in Silverburn, Glasgow. She said she last saw her sons when they left for their father's house on October 10 for a holiday break, and was sent photographs of them by Mr. Rasa at Legoland on October 14. She said she was devastated at the deaths and added, "Our lives will never be the same. I am heartbroken at the passing of my beloved angels, Philip and Dominic." Philip was very intelligent, very sensitive and full of love, and had an ambition to study chemistry at Glasgow University, she said. She added that Dominic was caring, always smiling, loved Pokémon and dinosaurs, and was interested in many things in the world around him. Ms. McEnroe said her daughter, a spa therapist, had been in a relationship with Mr. Rossa for about 2.5 years. She said Miss McEnroe was a brilliant mother to her only child, was really happy with Mr. Rossa, and it was lovely chaos when all the boys were playing together. Ms. McEnroe told the inquest that life changed forever that day. Samaritans are here to listen, day or night, 365 days a year. You can call them for free on 116 123, email joe@samaritans.org or visit samaritans.org for more information. She went on, "I miss Jade every single day. I want to know why them. Aaron keeps us going every single day." Last week, at a separate inquest, Ms. Taylor concluded that Mr. Woods' death was suicide. Numerous searches on the subject of suicide were found on his mobile phone, the court was told. On Thursday, Ms. Taylor said the Skoda driver had totally disregarded the safety of other drivers on the M6 on October 15. Mr. Rossa died from multiple injuries. Miss McEnroe died from smoke inhalation and trauma. Philip died of smoke inhalation, possible burns and trauma, while Dominic died of trauma. Mr. Woods, originally from Hexham, Northumbria, was a flight lieutenant and then squadron leader during his 14-year RAF career as a fast jet pilot, reports the Mail Online. He toured Afghanistan twice, completed 3 tours of Iraq, receiving a commendation for one before leaving the RAF in 2019. He later worked for Bay Systems, based at RAF Marham in Norfolk, as a lead contractor instructor pilot. The inquest heard he had a history of anxiety and drinking issues, for which he received professional help. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More, we challenged Metro's cartoonist to go on a UK motorhome break and draw his holiday. More, man died from prolonged cow attack while completing Hadrian's Wall walk. More, woman who faked being pregnant with made-up NHS letters and scans jailed. Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.